Do 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 do.
It's
Hello.
The
Pat's
Hammock
turn to talk.
Life.
Yeah, Pat, say something.
I'm just really thirsty,
All
and I'm
right,
really
all right,
looking
all right.
forward to what's in this little silver cylinder. So,
Do it.
Tastes like seltzer.
I needed that all day.
You know why?
Why?
You're drinking a seltzer.
Ooh.
What kind of seltzer?
I got a black, a cherry,
I have mango burst.
la-di-das, different variants. If you guys are familiar with the raspberry version, we have two different versions. And they're in
They're now in 16-ounce
nifty
cans.
16-ounce cans. And then you got over there, what is that?
The sign.
That's
what
the
I'm
Oh, the sign. Yeah,
most
I've been.
excited
I'm not gonna
for.
lie. Ever since Bill posted that picture earlier, I've been singing that song all
Nice.
day long. Yeah.
The best is that that like randomly came up and we were like, what are you guys gonna call this beer? And I was like, the sign. Bill's like, yes. The most thought out beer ever was this.
That was the song that was playing on the radio at the time. And you're like,
Yeah.
the sign.
Don't tell
Done. Done.
Don't tell people how we spend all our time figuring out names for our beer.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We thought very, very, very
There's
hard.
a lot of market research.
Trade
About the-
secret.
Yeah.
Trade secret.
Anyway, cheers,
definition.
fellas. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm excited to have a fest beer.
So before we
Me
jump into this all, I know Bill's got something to say after me, but we're going to start talking about GABF,
Yes.
Great American Beer Festival. Short and sweet kind of vibe, but they're doing something new this year. For the people that don't know what it is, we'll dive into it. But before we dive into it, Bill, what do you have something for the folks?
Smash that fucking like button. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Tell your friends. Come see us.
You know what would have been absolutely
Shit.
fantastic?
Play with our taints.
Is if we never explained that GABF was Great American Beer Festival and we just ran with it for
right.
the whole
All right.
episode.
So if you listen to the first half, get blackout drunk, forget we talked about it, and then we'll get into this. I guess first half, like it's gonna be a 40-second episode. We're gonna get this done. Yeah. So
GABF.
GABF. So for people who
is that?
don't know what it is, I'm gonna do my best. I didn't actually research this. I just know what it is, and if I fuck it up, my bad. It's an industry focused, but it's also for people. Like it's totally beer centric, like sort of middle of the road in terms of like it's for people in the industry. It's also people for out of the industry. Beer festival, right?
And as far as I know, the largest in the country.
Yeah, as a
for-
beer fest. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's promoting beer not only as a consumer but also as a professional. They have one of the biggest. I think
Wieners.
it's the biggest annual judged beer competition. They do like the medal awards.
It's at the top of my beer festival bucket list.
Yeah, I think
for
that's
sure.
the cool thing that sets it apart from other beer fests is it's not just a fest. It's got the competition aspect to it too. So you could choose to opt in or opt out. You don't have to compete.
Right.
If you're going, you can submit beer to it.
Or
to
you
be judged.
don't even have to go. You can just submit your beer to it.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, so it's sort of both. I mean, for those who have, I'm assuming most people who are listening, if not all, or viewing, have been to a fest before, so you have that variety of here's a national beer festival. You don't have to be distributed there. Like you're bringing the beer to the fest specifically. So if you haven't had beer from Connecticut and you're from Minnesota, you're like, hey, now I get to be exposed to that. Like the Guild a lot of times had a table at the festival. So it's sort of cool in that aspect. And then like Bill was mentioning, you also can submit your beers. So they don't have to be served at the festival. Usually that's the idea. But ideally you can also submit your beers to this competition. It's brewed by, it's analyzed. I'm fucking this up. Judged. There we go. There she is. It's judged by, people that are prominently, like Cicerone and all that jazz, right? Yeah, like Max.
People that know beer way more than I do.
Right.
Yes. That's what it is.
I don't know anything about
They
beer.
taste the beer, they study the beer, they analyze the beer, and
Right.
then they score that beer.
They have educated palates.
I put myself in like the 94th percentile of beer knowledge, so that they're pretty intelligent people.
Yeah, when you have the maximum Cicerone level folks in there, which are like, there's not many of them, and a lot of in the world, and those people are the ones, leading the charge and judging. It's pretty impressive. So that's the history. We're gonna be done with that. It's in Colorado, so it's insane. It's always a fun time. Obviously, at this point, it can't be held. this year. Next year, hopefully, it's back. And it's one of those things where you were saying it's your bucket list, right? You wanna go.
I do.
I'm okay either way. I think it would be fun.
I've been to Colorado once, and I had a blast, and I was by myself.
Right.
So I can only imagine what it would be like to go out there with a group of friends who want to play disc golf and drink beer for a week.
You probably drink too much beer by disc golf.
I know those.
No,
I know those.
You go play disc golf the couple days before the festival, Kevin.
It's a whole week, guy.
I know who those friends are that you're seeking out. They're not going to be hard to find.
Yeah, I mean, Mike is obviously in.
I mean, he doesn't have any
There's the
friends.
mic drop.
Hey, I did a Fonzie for you.
I broke the mic the last time I did the mic drop.
Yeah, you did. I see it. I'm looking at it.
So
It's
broke
over there.
it. You broke it in my nose.
If you guys can't tell, we've had a very jam-packed, busy week. So we're a little,
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna get back on target
we're
here.
a little punchy right now.
Thanks for Bill getting us back on target. So this year, what they're doing is virtual GABF, right?
Yep.
So right now it just started. So it's sort of twofold. So the twofold is promoting it, obviously trying to keep the thing alive and in the spirit of it. So all us breweries, I mean, I think the majority, I was looking through the list quickly. I mean, for the most part, it looked like it was all Connecticut breweries on the list. It's not just Connecticut; it's state by state.
And there's no reason not to participate.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool idea. So the idea is a digital passport. You just have to register for it. So if you haven't, I'm assuming you still can if you're late to the party. So the passport gets you basically deals at every brewery. So a lot of breweries are doing like half of a flight. We're doing 20% off of your entire purchase. So merch, beer, whatever. And a free sticker,
That's the prize right there.
Because we love you. That's what it is. So we're givers. Obviously.
I'm not always.
I mean, I said we, not he.
I need an adult.
So you're in the wrong place.
You're right. I am.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sort of teetering on here a little bit, just only because I know that your brain's not working, Bill. Fully functional. But yeah, so here that's sort of the big thing. So right now it's digital. You can register. You have this like digital passport. Come to the breweries and you're getting this sort of deal off swag beer. The idea is to get that exposure. I mean, we're coming out of Connecticut Craft Beer Month, which is sort of cool. So now this is like the next step. So if you're able to go to a state that like legitimately, and you haven't been there before, you can still use this passport. It's not just in Connecticut. It's for the 2 week. It's till the 18th. So it's first through the 18th.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
you have about a week and a half left.
Yeah, which
2
is pretty
weeks,
cool.
Somewhere around, I can count like 12 days.
Yeah.
And I
Depending
think
on the internet works.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool too that they figured out a way to keep the spirit of the fest alive without actually being able to do the fest the way
Right.
they normally do, and still doing something, making it fun, promoting the breweries, and just
And if you're already getting your stamps on the Connecticut Guild passport,
twofers.
It's like a bonus.
I like it. And I mean, in other states too. Like, I don't know if you can go to Vermont, but if you can, like, they have their own thing. So then it's like, double there too. So it's pretty neat. Tail end. I know Bill had a couple dates in front of him. Now he's looking at his mango burst.
I'm excited by how much better I like this than the pilot batch we did.
Nice.
It's-
Well, it's a little more seltzer. We did a little more. We did a little extra mango in the
we
small
did
batch.
extra mango in the small batch for
So
sure.
can you pull? You have those dates right in your phone still, right?
1982 is when this was founded. That was the date that I had.
October 16th.
Thank you, Pat.
Oh, that was the date you were talking about? Oh, I was talking about when it was founded.
Four
which was
score and 47 years
That was
ago.
that was the
To
date.
be fair, I think you actually pulled that up on your phone, Kev.
That's true.
No, he
That-
had a-
No.
No, I had the full line. He had the
Whatever.
breakdown of the conference.
October 16th is a date that we had mentioned
Yeah.
before going live on the recording.
All right.
What's
Yes.
happening?
Yes.
So I just gotta pull it up.
So
Even
while
though I don't
Kevin's
have it
pulling
up.
it up, the date I had in my head was I found it cool that to find researching this that this
I
has
got
been
it.
going on since 1982. That blows me away.
Is this
just thinking about
Is
that?
this the first time it's been canceled since World War II?
Technically, yes. And World War I and the Korean War and maybe even Vietnam.
If you don't get that joke, watch our episodes more often.
Cross references. I love it.
Perfect. Yeah. So
was that
sorry, I
on, was
totally
that on
interrupted you,
episode
but
27?
yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
That was all I was
Oh,
saying.
okay, cool.
I just found
Sorry,
it crazy.
I had to
that-
do a
that
sidebar
this was
joke.
founded in '82 for it to be have been going on that long.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no. So it's pretty neat.
Just based on even just in my lifetime, what I've seen and when I recognize craft beer kind of becoming a thing.
And for oh, sorry. So like it's sort of neat too. Like they're trying to keep it alive. I mean, I know it's like it's a stab in the hey, let's make this work. But like we were gonna go to the CBC, which is the Craft Brewers Conference, which is sort of it's specific for people who aren't in the industry. It's specifically an industry focused. Like it's learning, it's exposure. It also has a little bit of that beer festival vibe. You're trying beer from that region. People do ship in like specialty beers that they brewed for it. But it's definitely industry focused. I mean, you're not going to spend what we spend to go to that if you're not in the industry.
I'm so sad.
Right, and that was supposed to be in San Antonio, right? San Antonio, which was going to be awesome. But obviously, it happened during the thick of everything being shut down.
Had our Airbnb booked, had our plane tickets booked.
And it happened so quick. It happened so quick that they couldn't really do anything. Like they did wind up doing a little bit of virtual stuff, but it's not the same.
Right.
So this is like a way of saying, hey, like, based on what we can do right now, how can we at least keep the spirit of this alive? So I think that's neat. I think that's a cool idea.
Mm-hmm.
So in the tail end of this thing, like right now we're in the middle of it, right? They're doing sort of a more festival-oriented things that they would have done similarly as best as possible virtually.
Yep.
So on the 16th, they're doing the competition awards ceremony specifically, so people were able to mail them in.
Yeah, so everyone can watch that, not just if you've submitted beer, if you're interested in seeing what,
Yeah, and for any local breweries that do come away with a medal, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a very, like, in the industry, it's a very prestigious award.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't, and this year's a little bit wonky, but if you walk away with a medal, man, I mean, good for you, right? I mean, I know Black Hog. I mean, there's a bunch of them in Connecticut, but Black Hog did the Grill and Brown.
Stony Creek has walked away with some that I know of.
I don't
sure there's
personally
others.
have a GABF medal, so it's
I mean, you could steal one from Black Hog.
I could.
I mean, someday
We'll call Tyler later.
I'm a fucking ninja.
Someday we might actually submit beer to it.
Yeah, we thought about it.
We did not this year. We did think about it, but it was just with everything else going on.
The logistics were a little tough. If we were closer,
that's the one complaint I have about GABF is that it's always in Colorado.
Right.
So for people that are shipping in like IPAs for competition, that you have to ship them much earlier than you would want to.
Right, and if you're from the area, you can literally hand them off the day that they're doing it.
Yeah.
This year is different because they're doing it all. They did it all virtually, so literally you're shipping the beer to a spot. They're then shipping it to other spots, and then those spots are shipping the beer to other spots. So it's like
everyone's at least being treated the same in that scenario.
But at what point, when's your beer actually getting in front of somebody to try it? Like, I mean, but at the same point, that's give them the benefit of the doubt of the tenacity to try to pull this thing off, right? So it's pretty cool that they still were working through all that. So they're doing the award ceremony. There's not like 100% of details. So I'm sure that like in the next couple of days we'll find out more. But after the award ceremony, they're doing like the passport holders are getting like exclusive access to like additional information and like another like seminar behind it. So I don't know exactly if they're diving into the beers that win. I'm assuming like winners will be talking and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty neat. And then the following day on the 17th, there's another additional like passport only content talking and probably I don't know exactly, they don't have an agenda per se, so I'm terrible on that point, but if you have the passport, you're going to be getting, I mean, I have 1 million emails like starting from August, so I'm sure if you already have a passport, you already know this information.
Yeah, you've already gotten emails. You're
right.
Yeah.
We're just
the passport is an app, correct?
Yeah, it's I think it's a combination of web and PDF.
Okay.
Like they're saying, hey, here's a one-time download. If you screw up the download, you're not getting your passport, kind of thing. So don't screw it up, buddy, or else you're buying another one.
Shit, my Wi-Fi went out. Fuck.
Mm-hmm. No Wi-Fi, no passport.
New beer name?
It's not a song.
It could be if we start singing it.
La 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 Wi-Fi password.
Now it's a song.
Fizz.
Now it's a beer.
That's how fast we make beer. All right.
Alexa,
so,
beatbox.
That's the Jabbiff, if you will. Go see some breweries. I mean, if you're in Connecticut and obviously you already are killing it, maybe one of your favorite breweries has a deal, or somebody you still haven't gotten to that you're like, hey, man, I can get half off a flight. Let's do this. So it's pretty neat. Good idea. I think it's going to be a fun way of just keeping the spirit of festivals. I mean, as much as industry focus, I hate festivals. I also love them.
To an extent, yeah.
I also love them.
It's a love-hate, yeah.
So
for sure.
right now,
what it is.
I think right now I miss it.
Oh yeah.
The ability, at least, of it. And
The ability to go out and talk to consumers
Yeah.
about your product and like
Right.
get the word out there.
Yeah, and doing it outside of your normal atmosphere and just
Yeah.
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 But all
yeah,
the
for sure.
setup and breakdown and logistics, I don't miss that part.
Not
I just want to go to the people and make
And the grind of it, more than it is anything else, of like when you have 57, like, and then you have 20 more people. Hey, we have a festival in like 7 hours. Can you donate 57 barrels? It's totally gonna be good for you. It's like, well, okay, chill out. But there are really good ones.
My favorite.
And
my
if you
favorite
guys
is-
remember-
where are you guys located?
Yeah.
How long have you been there?
What's your highest ABV?
Really?
If you guys remember, we actually had an entire episode on this exact topic.
No.
So go back and find that episode. We
did
talk
we just
in
postmark?
length
Did we just postmark 2 episodes in one
we
episode?
talk
3
in
episodes?
length
3 episodes.
about how we feel about beer festivals. And,
At
also,
length.
off topic. If
Smash
you
that like button.
smash the like button. If you have an Alexa, ask her to beatbox. You will not be disappointed.
Bill is correct. And after you do that, keep living that hammock life.
Cheers,
Until
everybody.
next time, guys.
Cheers.